Hello. If you clicked here looking for real and serious information about the Texas real estate market, welcome to Keynomics. You who watch me from your TV or phone, who worked your entire life building wealth, and who are looking to invest or understand what's really happening in the Texas market, this video is for you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay informed. For years, you believed that the Texas real estate market was America's safest bet. But in 2025, something has changed. Those who don't pay attention now could lose a lot of money. But I'll also show you where smart investors are finding historic opportunities, with discounts of 10% to 15%. Stay with me until the end because what you're about to hear can protect your wealth or multiply it. Let's get to the facts. For years, Texas meant endless growth. Big homes, low taxes, booming jobs. Families came from California, New York, from every corner of the United States, fleeing expensive markets and seeking the American dream in the Lone Star State. Between 2020 and 2023, prices soared more than 50% in some cities. Builders couldn't put up homes fast enough. But now, in October 2025, that story is changing dramatically. The Texas real estate market is facing its first real correction in over a decade. Home prices in Austin have dropped 6% in the past year, the largest decline of any American city. In San Antonio, homes stay on the market for an average of 83 days, the longest time in the entire nation. And in Dallas, 2/3 of sales recorded price reductions of at least $5,000. Housing inventory has increased 30% statewide, the highest level in the past 14 years. This means one thing: there are far more homes for sale than buyers willing to pay current prices. And when supply exceeds demand, prices fall. It's basic economics, and it's operating at full force in 2025 Texas. But here's what many don't realize. This correction isn't uniform. Some suburbs are in free fall, with families desperate to sell before values drop further. Others are just adjusting prices, waiting for the right moment. And there's a third group, places where experienced investors are finding discounts of 10% to 15%, buying properties that in 2 or 3 years will be worth much more. Number 8, Frisco. For nearly 2 decades, Frisco was the crown jewel of North Texas. With Legacy West, the Star District, corporate headquarters, and elite schools, everything here gleamed. But in 2025, the shine has begun to fade. The median home price in Frisco reached an impressive $675,000, nearly double the national average, but appreciation has stopped. Between 2021 and 2023, price growth plummeted from 24% to just 3.8%. The fundamental problem is that costs have exceeded reality. Property taxes in Collin County are among the highest in Texas. Insurance premiums have skyrocketed after severe storm seasons, and construction costs remain inflated. Even well-paid professionals are finding Frisco increasingly unattainable. The wave of investors that once poured in from California and Arizona is now receding. Many speculators who profited from bidding wars are now sitting on empty, unsold homes, their profits wiped out by higher financing costs. The luxury market is cracking first, but affordability issues are moving down the social ladder. Downtown streets that once buzzed with new openings now whisper with hesitation. Real estate offices are quieter. Sellers are frustrated. Buyers are waiting. Frisco isn't collapsing, it's slowly exhaling after a decade of overconfidence. Number 7, McKinney has always been the model of suburban success. Great schools, strong infrastructure, and a booming job market made it one of America's most desirable suburbs. Between 2015 and 2022, home prices soared more than 80%. But in 2025, the foundation is cracking. The median price is now $500,000, nearly twice the national average. But local wages haven't kept pace, pushing the price-to-income ratio to 5.8, well above the healthy benchmark of 3.5. This gap is rapidly making homes unaffordable, especially with mortgage rates near 7%. Adjustable rate mortgages are another major concern. A staggering 34% of recent originations fall into this category. And as these loans reset in the current elevated rate environment, monthly payments could jump $800 to $1,000. Homeowners on tight budgets may be forced to sell, leading to a flood of listings. Active listings have risen 90% year over year, while average days on market have more than doubled. Homes that once sold in days now sit for months. Builders are sitting on unsold inventory, while landlords face rising vacancy rates as tenants flee to cheaper suburbs. McKinney's housing market isn't collapsing, it's deflating carefully but unmistakably. The same factors that fueled its rise, easy credit, corporate expansion, and migration, are now amplifying its decline. Number 6. Round Rock. For years, Round Rock was Austin's crown jewel of stability. A model city that balanced affordability with opportunity. It had everything: top schools, booming tech jobs, and access to major employers like Dell. Families saw it as the perfect middle ground. But in 2025, that balance is gone. After years of record migration and speculative building, Round Rock's housing market has hit a wall. Home prices have dropped 9% since last summer, while listings have surged nearly 70%. Builders are slashing incentives to unload inventory, and buyers, burned by overvaluation, are waiting on the sidelines. The bigger issue? Costs have exceeded reality. A home that cost $1,900 per month in 2021 now runs close to $30,500 thanks to higher taxes, steeper insurance premiums, and utilities that seem to climb monthly. Even well-paid tech professionals are feeling the strain. Many newcomers who moved from California or Washington for affordable living are discovering that Round Rock's affordability advantage has vanished. Meanwhile, local renters face their own crisis, with rent increases slowing, but still far from affordable. The ripple effect is everywhere. Restaurants and small businesses that thrived during the population boom are seeing slower weekends. Construction crews are downsizing. Retail plazas that couldn't open fast enough now sit half empty. Round Rock's story isn't one of failure, it's one of fatigue. After years of endless expansion, the market has finally exhaled. The suburb that once defined Texas growth is now defining its reckoning. Number 5. Georgetown. Georgetown was once the perfect symbol of Central Texas charm. Red brick downtowns, historic courthouses, and neighborhoods that seemed immune to Austin's overheated housing market chaos. Between 2019 and 2022, it became one of the fastest-growing cities in the United States, with its population swelling nearly 14%. Builders rushed to meet demand, transforming open fields into master-planned communities like Wolf Ranch and Berry Creek Islands. But in 2025, the mood has changed. Inventory has nearly doubled. Median home prices have slipped 14% since 2023. Homes that once sparked bidding wars now sit for months without offers. The problem is simple. Affordability has vanished. Rising property taxes and insurance premiums have driven monthly costs sky high. A mortgage that once cost $2,100 now exceeds $3,600, and that's forcing many homeowners to the edge. Even retirees, long a key demographic in Georgetown's boom, are feeling the strain. Many bought second homes or investment properties that are now worth less than they owe. With fixed incomes and escalating maintenance costs, they're quietly listing homes that once symbolized retirement dreams. Downtown remains picturesque, but the edges of the city tell a different story. Empty lots, slow construction, and hesitant buyers. Builders who overextended during the boom are offering massive incentives, hoping to avoid layoffs and cancellations. Georgetown's charm hasn't faded, but its affordability has. And in a market built on migration and optimism, that's enough to turn growth into stagnation. Number 4. Leander. Leander was the poster child of Texas's pandemic boom. The city that seemed to embody everything people wanted when they fled big metros for more space, lower prices, and wide-open skies. Between 2020 and 2023, home prices here exploded more than 60%, fueled by tech workers priced out of Austin, remote employees flush with stock options, and investors convinced Central Texas would never slow down. But in 2025, that story has flipped. The wave that lifted Leander has crashed hard. Inventory has more than doubled since last spring. Price-reduced banners flood online listings. Median prices have fallen nearly 13% year over year, and new home builders are dangling massive incentives. Free appliances, rate buydowns, even gift cards just to move unsold units. The problem is structural. Property taxes in Williamson County have soared. HOA fees are eating into budgets, and insurance premiums have surged. Families who bought at the top of the market are now watching their home values sink while their payments rise. For many, the dream of Austin living without Austin prices has become a financial trap. Even the skyline tells the story. The cranes that once dotted the horizon have gone still. Retail centers are half filled. The hum of construction has quieted to an uneasy calm. Leander was built on confidence, on the belief that growth would never end. Now, as 2025 unfolds, that confidence is fading. Number 3, Pflugerville. Just north of Austin, Pflugerville was one of Texas's fastest-growing cities. A suburban success story turned housing hotspot. It became the go-to refuge for tech workers escaping Austin's sky-high prices. Between 2020 and 2022, developers couldn't build fast enough. Neighborhoods like Black Hawk and Falcon Point expanded overnight, and homes sold before the paint was dry. But in 2025, Pflugerville's growth story has reversed. Home prices are down 12% since 2024, and nearly half of all active listings have seen multiple price reductions. Days on market have doubled, and buyer demand has dropped to its lowest point in a decade. The reasons are everywhere you look. Traffic congestion has worsened, property taxes have surged, and insurance costs, especially for newer developments, are punishing. Remote workers who once fueled the boom are quietly leaving, drawn back to corporate offices or cheaper states entirely. Even the city's rapid infrastructure projects haven't kept up with its expansion. Schools are overcrowded, road projects are unfinished, and the once vibrant sense of new community energy has been replaced with fatigue. For every for sale sign that comes down, another goes up 2 streets over. Entire blocks of identical new builds now stand half empty. Pflugerville was once Austin's affordable alternative. Now it's a warning. Proof that unchecked growth can turn the promise of opportunity into the weight of oversupply. Austin's suburban sprawl has reached its limit, and Pflugerville is paying the price. The canary in the coal mine is no longer singing, it's gasping. Number 2, Katy, Houston Metro. For years, Katy was the pride of suburban Houston. A master-planned marvel of good schools, safe neighborhoods, and perfectly manicured communities. From Cinco Ranch to Cross Creek Ranch, it was the model of middle-class success, drawing families from all over Texas with the promise of space, safety, and stability. But in 2025, that promise is cracking. Foreclosure filings in Harris County are up 28% year over year, with Katy leading the surge. Homeowners who once saw their properties as foolproof investments are now facing rising costs and falling values. The math has turned brutal. An average new build mortgage that cost $2,000 in 2021 now exceeds $3,400 thanks to soaring insurance premiums, higher interest rates, and punishing property taxes. Many families who moved here for affordability have discovered it's anything but. Behind the glossy developer ads and #1 master planned community signs, the tension is obvious. Builders are slashing prices to clear inventory. Investors are quietly backing out. Rental demand, which once was a safety net, is shrinking as tenants downsize or leave entirely. Even the retail corridors that define Katy's growth are slowing. New restaurants are half full. Storefronts are changing hands. And on quiet evenings, neighborhoods that once thrummed with activity now sit still. Lawns overgrown, driveways empty. For developers, the slowdown is financial. For residents, it's emotional. Katy's identity has always been tied to success, but now it's confronting the reality of overextension. For Houston's West Side, the boom that once felt unstoppable has finally hit a wall. And behind the smiling billboards, a harsh truth is spreading. The Texas housing miracle has a breaking point. And in Katy, it's already here. Number 1, New Braunfels. New Braunfels was once Texas's perfect middle ground. Small-town charm between 2 booming metros. It was where Austin's innovation met San Antonio's tradition. During the pandemic, it became one of the most desirable spots in the country. Developers rushed in with master-planned communities, Veramendi, Sattler Crossing, and Creekside, promising river views, new schools, and suburban serenity. But by 2025, the dream has soured. The very growth that made New Braunfels famous has now drowned it in supply. Inventory has more than doubled, and median home prices have fallen 14% since 2023. Homes that once sparked bidding wars now sit for months without offers. Rising costs have pushed the market to its breaking point. Property taxes are climbing, insurance rates are punishing after flood remapping, and commuting costs are eating into disposable income. The hybrid workers who once moved here for flexibility are being called back to offices, leaving empty driveways behind. Local realtors describe the market as frozen. Sellers cling to yesterday's prices. Buyers are waiting for tomorrow's deals. Builders keep building because stopping would sink them. And so the tension builds quietly, visibly, like pressure under a bridge before the flood. For years, New Braunfels symbolized Texas's unstoppable expansion. Today, it represents something else entirely. The moment growth meets gravity. It's not collapsed yet, but it's close. The warning signs are everywhere, from price cuts to empty homes to the silence that's replaced the construction noise. But here's what smart investors understand. Corrections create opportunities. While some markets are in distress, others are approaching historically attractive entry points. Areas like parts of Round Rock, Georgetown, and even Leander are seeing properties trading 10% to 15% below their 2023 peaks. For long-term investors with strong cash positions, this could be the buying window they've been waiting for. Texas isn't disappearing. Its fundamentals, job growth, no state income tax, and business-friendly environment remain intact. What's changing is the price of entry. And for those willing to wait 2 to 3 years, today's distressed market could become tomorrow's profit.